Raiders. I'm annoyed at Raid. I'm going to go over why today. If you want to download Raid before you hear me talk a bunch of trash about it, though, today I'm going to tell you how to get the best start in Raid Shadow Legends. The reason this is the best start is because I had them make me a promo code for starting Raid that gives you the best start into Demon Lord Clan Boss, which is the most important part of the game. We'll talk about why that's the most important part of the game later, but you're going to get Norma the Return, who gives all sorts of poison explosions for free when you download the game using my code. You can also get the new Fusion Pelops for pressing Raid 7 under promo codes, and I'm also going to get you Seeker, I'm going to get you Tyrell, and I'm going to get you Venomage with my code. That is going to be epyre, epyre.com/snap, and just I'm going to write that right here. You're going to type in raid 7 to get your raid promo, to get your free Pelops when you download the game, but you're also going to follow my code and get the rest of the goodies at epyre.com/snap. So please do that if you're willing. It's obviously nothing, but please do that if you're willing to help support us and get the best start in the game. All right, so I'm annoyed at Raid Shadow Legends. I blew like 50 to 60 bucks on a bunch of primal shards. And yes, this is feel bad. This isn't something I'm holding Red accountable for. I knew the odds. My odds of getting anything great here were even at double odds, excuse me, even at double odds were 1% for a mythical, 2% for a legendary, sorry, and what is it? 16. Oh wait, is that the double odds? Whatever. And 32% for an epic. So I got a whole bunch of epics that I don't really want. Literally zero epics that I want, and I got one legendary for my money. I got no mythics, which is just a shame, right? Like it's a real feels bad moment when you're able to get when you're able to like spend money on something and get basically nothing for your money. And that's ultimately where we are here with Raid Shadow Legends. I did, however, get a serious tier 1 legendary champion. He is Artak. Artak is absolutely phenomenal. If you don't know Artak, he is built around his burning blood. So whenever a burn is activated, he loses 5% of his max HP up to 50%, and he gets damage, crit damage, defense 1% for each of the max HP, and then speed and resistance 2% for each of max HP. Then he comes with a heal and his own burn, and everything he does attacks all enemies. Amazing for waves, amazing for Hydra. Genuinely a top notch champion. But my legendary crew is absolutely insane right now. I'm going to show you this really quickly. Where is it? Legendary, include reserve vault, include master vault. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got like a bunch of legendaries built, right? No books. I did a fusion. I've got a 3-star soul. No books. Um, one of my first. Where are you? One of my first legendaries is missing tons of books. I'm never finishing Shredder, to be perfectly honest. I just don't. I'll never have the books. Built totally awesome, awesome, awesome. No books into my Raphael. Leo and Mikey booked. No books, and can never put books into Jetney. Built her, not good if she's not booked. Totally booked enough. Got extremely lucky. Didn't waste on the one. Booked fully. Booked. Just got lucky again. Booked. Got lucky. Booked. Right. Hang on. Where am I? But the champions I'm building right now, I most recently got Armons. I feel fully booked Armons. Okay, so let's look at the champions I'm currently building. I'm currently trying to build. I've got a 60 Kaja. I don't have any books to do that. Menalicia, no books. Okay, what if I wanted Noldua? I don't have books. I just recently pulled Artak, right? I'd love to build my Saoirse or my Timid because I have Kaja, or my Shayak because I can get Homeboy, right? I can end up getting Croak ahead with the new fusion system, even if it takes like half a year. I can't build Tuskor as a wave clear. I've got Vestel. Vestel is insanely good. Huge damage dealer, one of the newer champions of the game. I've got a ridiculous amount of really fun champions. Hell, I've got Pelops, and Pelops probably has to be where my next books go because Pelops Shield seems like it's really good into various pieces of content that I'd like to push, like the aforementioned Demon Lord Clan Boss. Hell, I've got so many champions, and I've got all these new toys that I spent all this money on, right? but I can't play with them unless I spend more money. I've got all these champions that I just can't use. I've got 5 books. That's not even enough to book fully one of these champions. One champion cannot be fully booked with the 5 books that I spent weeks saving up for. And let's say I get to 10 and now I've got one champion. Next month I've got another champion. No matter how much I spend, unless I spend exclusively on books, I will just be booking champions for I will just be booking like one champion a month. So there's no point in getting more champions. There's no point in continuing to push the game. It completely defeats the purpose. Now, this is where our Demon Lord clan boss is going to come in. This is why my promo code is so good, because the only way, not there, excuse me, the only way to really get these books, the only way that any of this works out is by completing Demon Lord clan boss. I don't know why we have people doing easy still, but whatever. A few of our newer clanmates. But we finish Ultra Nightmare every day. We'll finish Ultra Nightmare today, like we always do, right? Doesn't look like it, but we will relax. We're gonna get to here, and I'm gonna have a chance at a book. So I'm gonna get something like from clearing this every day enough for one champion a month. And there's nowhere else in the game to consistently get legendary books outside of winning tournaments. This is not a repeatable situation. This is not a doable thing. As much as I wish it was, as great as it would be if it could be, it's literally just not. And it's actually heartbreaking, right? Like, I cannot play Raid enough. I cannot enjoy Raid enough. I cannot do enough in Raid to make this happen, to make this work, to consistently get enough books to continue with my account. And but the last thing that's really annoying me, and the big one, the third thing, of the Promise 3, is we have a big event happening right now, right? We have a big event happening right now. It is for the Victorious Titan event, and I would have really liked to get up to the at least here. I'm probably gonna get to the 3 star, right? I'm close enough. I have no chance. I've already missed enough that I'm not gonna get Pelops. I'm not gonna get the legendary book that's such a great deal for me, right? That I so desperately need. Single legendary book, which is not enough to make a champion. It's enough to help one skill, and it's still got a chance at hitting absolutely nothing. But I'm not even gonna get there. So if I'm lucky, I'll get to the 1,000. Why is this a problem? Well, this weekend was my wedding anniversary and my son's birthday, so we went away. We traveled. I took my son to Disney and my wife in Hong Kong, and my wife and I had a wonderful time with him. We had a lovely, lovely weekend. But you know what I wasn't able to do all weekend? I wasn't able to grind Raid Shadow Legends. And I know, what a shame, 15 legendary shards. I can get more legendaries that I can't use. But I'm like, oh, I can play more Raid. No, I can't. I'm away. I'm busy. Well, now I'm locked out of this soul forever. Pelops will never end up with a 5 star soul. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to get these resources. And then I realized that Raid is running in the background of 80% of my life right now. I wake up, and as I grab to work in the morning, Raid runs in the background while I hang out with my son in the morning. And then before school starts, as I do my morning lesson planning, Raid runs in the background. This game is an absurd time sink. And like, I don't mind sinking the time if there's a reward or if there's a guaranteed reward. But I can do that. I can play that much, and I still, no matter what, will not ever be able to get those legendary books so that I can actually play with the champions that I fundamentally bought. That's the problem with Raid Shadow Legends. And I'm not quitting, but I don't really see a point in spending, because now I can't get the stuff that I want, the stuff that I'm going for. And it's a shame, because look, I'll get the gem pack, because having gems means having energy, which means playing more in the game. But honestly, all I'm doing is waiting for a way to get sacred books. And until Raid adds that, it's really hard to justify all this extra time that the game is demanding of me. All right, that's going to be it for this Raid Shadow Legends video. I think this game has been an absolute blast, and I really do enjoy it, but it's a game that's not really respectful of its players' time and boundaries. That's where I land. Where do you land? Let me know in the comments, and hit a sub if you enjoyed this video. Peace.